Hey Bounce fam, what's going on? We're gonna make a quick and dirty video over here. Nothing super crazy. This is gonna be for all of you guys that are working on making your Founders Collection custom orders. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you that have ordered already. I did not expect the response as quickly as we had it. So basically, this went live around 6 o'clock in the morning EST. We got a bunch of orders from that time. Currently, I think we're, give or take, I don't know, not even 12 hours into it right now. So anyhow, first thing I want to address, I'm going to show you guys the fabrics just to go over them. But first thing I want to address, because it's a point of contention for a lot of people. A lot of people are confused about it. You guys are asking about it. So we want to talk about Ultra Stretch. So what I have over here is the 30-liter Nexus backpack. And the Nexus backpack seems to be one of the most popular options for today. Obviously, in addition to our slings. But this is something that has the fabric on it. So this is what Ultra Stretch is. So anyone that's wondering, hey, what is Ultra Stretch? What am I getting? Why is it an option? And so forth. I'm going to explain all of that to you. Okay? So any item that comes with Ultra Stretch standard, for example, this backpack, you're not paying extra for this. This is already part of the backpack. The only way you're going to pay extra is one of two things. Either one, if you want to change this to the blackout. The blackout is an exclusive to us right now. There was only a certain amount of fabric printed. There's only 5 people in the world that are getting that. And we are the only maker in North America as of right now that's getting that. So the only difference between that and this is that the blackout is just completely black. This one here is a stretchy fabric, so it's an elastic fabric, which is why it works really good for this water bottle pocket, because once you put your water bottle inside, it can stretch out and hold a really large, like 32 ounce or even larger water bottle. When you're not using it, it basically just, folds flat almost to the, compresses to the side of the bag. So that is all it is. So as you guys can see, there's a little bit of give over here, right? So there's a little bit of elasticity. Now, where this is going to help you is if you wanted to, for example, put it on your sling, you have 2 options. And I just want to show you guys. This is a 5DC. Fabric on the outside really doesn't matter. But so there's 2 reasons people add a fabric like Ultra Stretch to their pack, right? The first reason, the main reason that they add it is really to just give it an accent, right? To break it up. So if you were to add this fabric over here to your front pocket area, it would look different. So now you'd have more of a 2-tone bag as opposed to this, monochromatic single tone nature, I should say. It's actually still going to be monochromatic because it's either white, black, or all black. But anyhow, it's going to break it up, right? So the second difference is if you actually want it to be functional, right? What I mean by you wanting it to be functional is there's 2 ways that we can apply this fabric to this bag. So we could take this fabric and we can go literally right on top of this fabric and have it, sewn to the bag that way. So that way it'll get you the look of it, but it won't really get you the stretch capability because you're going to have this fabric over here in the way. So the second thing we can do is we can remove this fabric here. So you're going to have whatever the inside fabric is, basically it's going to be stitched to the outer, which can be the Ultra Stretch. Right? And that'll give you a little bit of, more give to the product. Now, if you take, for example, one of our Versa pouches, you can see that we've used the Ultra Stretch fabric on the Versa pouch itself, right? And it's the same exact fabric. This one right here, we just used the reverse side. If you look at the inside of it, it's the same color as what's on the back of the Versa pouch. So the original Ultra Stretch, it does have 2 faces to it, and that's important for you guys to know so you guys can make your decision. This is called basically the black face, and this here is called the white face, because the white is more prominent on this side and the black is more prominent on this side. If you go with the blackout model, then it's just all going to be black, right? And the way that it works is basically the fabric is interwoven. So the white is the thing that's being interwoven in this example, and as you can see, the reverse, you have more prominent white color. Okay, so now on the inside of this pouch, I'm just gonna open it up, and I just have like some random camera gear and stuff in here. But you're gonna see that this one is lined with our Discovery liner, right? This is a thinner liner, so it will still give you a little bit of stretch to it, but it won't give you as much stretch as if we were to have it completely unlined, right? So if you want the maximum stretch possible, then in your comments when you order, you want to say that where you place this fabric, you want it completely unlined, right? Now, I will tell you guys one thing. If you guys decide to go the route of having it completely unlined, so I'll give you this example again. If you were to take this bag and you were to put the Ultra Stretch here and you want it completely unlined, you have to know that you're running a little higher risk of water penetrating into the bag, more so than it would with this. Because with this, you have a waterproof fabric already on the outside, and you have another waterproof liner which is on the inside, right? Now, of course, the Ultra Stretch does have some water resistant capabilities, but it's not as waterproof as the other fabrics like Ultra Grid or the Ultra TX or the Ultra X. Okay, so I just want to make that clear as far as the Ultra Stretch is concerned. So options, once again, just a review. You can have it where it's stitched over the top, so that's just aesthetic, right? Or you can have it where it's stitched to the interior liner, okay? So that'll give you a little bit more give, not the maximum amount of give. Now, if you truly want to have the maximum amount of give and the least weight, then what you can do is you can ask to just have the fabric itself over here. And then on the inside, you're going to see the reverse face of the fabric because it won't be stitched to, there won't be a liner on the inside. And what that's going to give you is that's going to allow you to really push up against in this pocket. Now, I will tell you that me personally, I don't like to carry my bags that way, and it's really just a matter of preference. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. The reason I personally don't like it is because if it's unlined, what happens is it really pushes up on the fabric, right? And it just kind of looks like sloppy to me. Like when I'm carrying it, it feels like there's like a bulge in the bag, and that's just a trade-off, right? Because wherever you put something, like for example, if you were to throw a tennis ball in here, you're going to see the imprint of a huge tennis ball with your Ultra Stretch fabric. Yeah, it'll hold your tennis ball, but you're going to see it because that's just the way the fabric is designed. All right, so I hope that clears up the question of the fabric itself. So another question that I had, and I'll use this bag again as reference, right? The bag is not going to change. The actual bag is not going to change based on the build that you do. So you're still going to be getting the same bag. You're going to get the same, you're going to get the same high quality stuff. You're going to get all the appointments. I mean, if there's a luggage pass through, it's going to be there on your version. The straps are going to be the same. Now, what is going to change is you can pick, like, for example, you can pick what colors you want on the outside, right? You can pick your webbing. Hey, if you don't like black webbing and you want to go with gray or you want to go with blue or whatever, the options are there. You can change all of that. So you can change all of this stuff around, right? If you want to go with something like the Blackout Ultra Stretch I already talked about, you can do that. For your loop option, right? If you don't like black loop and you want to go with like lime green loop or lemon lime, whatever it's called, you can go with that. You want to go with the blaze orange loop, you can do that. And this is where your morale patches would go. So for anyone that's not custom to why we have this on our bags, it's basically where you can get morale patches. You can get them, you know, we make some. You can get them from a lot of other makers. Like I have this really cool one over here. From Philip. He does PS patch designs, and this is a kind of one for going to Disney theme parks, right? Most expensive day ever, cool patch, so you can obviously just pop it on like that. So that's what this Velcro panel is for. So when you guys get patches, you can just pop them on like this, and there you go. So now you can just, and when you want to remove it, you just peel it right off, and you can put on something different. All right, that's what that's for. Now, getting into the interior fabrics, I'll just open this one up really quickly to show you guys. Like, this fabric here is done with Ultra Grid. This is a Silverado, which is not available for the purpose of this group buy because they just don't have it. They just don't have any in stock right now. But we have a lot of other colors. I think we have 6 different colors of this exact fabric that you can pick from. Now, this here is the admin panel. If you guys ask for a color matched admin panel, this is how it's going to come. So the admin panel on the outside of the bag is this black Ultra material, right? The inside of the admin panel is the same Silverado material as the pack, but the outside of it is the same as the bag. So it's color matched in that way. If you want it to be inverted, for example, if you wanted it to be this color on the outside, that on the inside, whatever, just leave that in the comments. We can accommodate that. Okay. But that's for the admin mag panel. Also for the admin mag panel, there's this option to put the Velcro on the back. So the only difference is that this admin mag panel standard, when we make it, it doesn't have the Velcro on the back. It just has the magnets, right? The benefit of having it with the Velcro and the magnets is that you can attach it here to this magnetic surface or on a variety of our other bags. You can use the same admin mag panel in our slings. You can use it in our 3DC, 4DC, 5DC, variety of different options, the Omni Tote, whatever you want. But also, for the purpose of this bag here, or any other bag that you own, there is a Velcro panel on the inside, and I'll show you guys that as well. We'll just open this bag up real quick. Close this main panel up, because I want to show you guys one more thing. Wrong zipper. This one here. Alright, so you can attach it when you open up this bag here, and I apologize, it's kind of hard to see right now, but when you open up this bag over here, it's got a huge Velcro component over here, and you can actually put a lot of Velcro accessories just like this wherever you want, right? So that's the benefit of having it magnets and Velcro in case you want to attach it to a Velcro surface. All right. Now there is an option, for example, on the Nexus pack, there is an option where you can have the accents on the inside. So for example, if you felt like, oh, okay, this is way too much Ultra Grid on the inside, I want to break it up a little bit, you can actually run an accent, which will go here, here, and here, right? And that accent over here will break up this color with either the outside color, which is this over here on this black bag would be black, so it would be black over here, or you can accent it with also a different color, like you can accent it with the white if you want. That's also an option. Or if you decide to use this fabric on the outside, this Ultra Grid fabric on the outside, and something else on the inside, you can also accent it with that. So all the options for that are on the website. Anytime you don't find an option and you want something, I have put text boxes in there, which you can drop in special requests and so forth. It's all part of the customizer, okay? Also, when you do customize something, I will email you to confirm everything before we put it into production. So anyone that basically sent me an order that doesn't have any custom requests and it doesn't say like, hey, can I do this, can I do that, I'll put your order into production as is, right? But anyone that put any comments in there and they're kind of like confused about either the Ultra Stretch or, you know, can I, people ask me about zipper pulls, right? Like, for example, the zipper pulls over here. So this one has the black ones on it. So here's what we're doing with zipper pulls, right? Because we are going to build a bag for you based on your specifications, and then we will do our best to match the lanyard and the zipper pull to your overall kind of color theme, right? And there's another option down the road is I'm going to be releasing those zipper pulls, those actual beads on the website, so you can go crazy, you know, on your own with whatever you want, because those are easily user replaceable. They come right off. There's really not even any cutting required. If you don't want to cut it off, you don't have to. They come right off. You can run another lanyard through it, change your colors, whatever. Very easy to do. A lot of people in our community have done it. So if you don't know how to do that, we will make an informative video for you on how to do that as well. Okay? So now I'm going to just get into the fabrics that we're using. So for this build over here, we're not using any Eco Pack. It's pretty much all Ultra. So I'm going to get into the ones that you guys wanted to ask, talk about. So this here is the Ultra collection over here. And we are actually using, so here's the fabrics that we're using, okay? So I'm just going to skip to the fabrics that we are using. So we're using a Ultra 400. So we're using this fabric in black, okay? The Ultra 400 we're going to be using in black, all right? And this is basically kind of what it looks like. There's no actual black swatch in here. When they put the book together, maybe they didn't have it or whatever the case might be. But it's going to look exactly like this. This is what the outside is going to look like, okay? So this is a TX fabric. The only difference between a TX fabric and the X fabric, right, is that the TX fabric, it has this nylon. This is called taffeta nylon. That's what the T is for, taffeta. It has this taffeta nylon on the back, okay? Whereas a non-TX fabric, like this one right here, the Ultra 400X, which is the one we're using in black, it doesn't have the taffeta lining, so it is a little bit lighter. Of course, you're not going to see any of this, though, because we are lining the inside of the packs. So unless, for example, you send me a request that says, don't line the inside of my pack, you're not even going to see the back of the fabric, right? So on the website, and this is all based on availability, right? The white option is the Ultra 400 TX material, which is this one right over here. And this is the white option. It's going to be Ultra 400 TX. So that one has the taffeta lining, slightly heavier than the non-TX, which is going to be the black version. Okay, the black is going to be the 400X. The white is going to be the 400 TX. Now, the 400 refers to the denier of the fabric. That's basically like the fabric thickness, if you will, right? And the X refers to this grid that you see back here. So this grid is basically what gives it the strength and everything, and that is kind of unique to Challenge Sailcloth. They do it in this this checker pattern on the back. Okay, so that is the Ultra black and white fabric that we have featured. Now I'm going to get into the Ultra Grid collection, right? And people have asked me, so the first thing I want to say is, okay, let me just pull this back up. I just want to show you guys one thing, right? I'm going to go back to that 400 TX White Lightning, and I'm going to show you guys kind of the difference, okay? So if you look at this, what's the best way to do this? Let's see. Yes, let's use this, right? I don't want to tear up the fabric or anything like that, but let's just use, just going to open up these shears because they're metal, right? And I'm just going to run them over the fabric, okay? So here we have Ultra Grid fabric, and let's see if you guys can hopefully hear the difference first. Okay, that's kind of the sound that it makes with the Ultra Grid fabric. And now you have this Ultra 400 TX. So I don't know if you can tell the sound difference between this here and this here. This one is more muted, right? This sound here is, I guess, more of a dense, or this sound doesn't have as much reverb as this does. And that's also going to come through in the feel of the fabric itself, right? So the outside of this fabric is more textured, right? So that's also going to mean that your bag is going to stand up a little bit more textured, and it's going to have more shape holding, more of a form to it, right? So that means when the bag is not completely packed out, it's going to, I'm not saying that it's the Ultra Grid is going to be floppy. It's not going to be floppy, but it is not going to be as stiff as the Ultra material that's in this white or black, okay? So this is going to have a little bit more shape holding than this is, all right? They both have really great waterproof properties, so you don't have to worry about that. Of course, we're lining the inside. Depending on which liner you decide to go with, you're pretty much going to be protected from the elements. But this fabric over here, it still feels really great. It's a great fabric. I love it a lot. It's very, very durable, like extremely durable fabric. I don't think you guys are going to tear it or rip it or whatever. It doesn't have the same type of strength as the fabric that you guys see over here. So this is a lot stronger, right? So now the only reason you would go with this fabric as opposed to this fabric is A, if you really wanted that more durability, like if you're really putting it to the test and, you know, you're flying it, you know, outer space or whatever, listen, not literally, but that is what you're going to want this fabric for over this fabric. You have to understand that both of these fabrics are far, far, far superior to what you're going to get on the market. You know, like if you were to walk into like a Dick's Sporting Goods or Sports Authority or whatever, right? Like this is not the type of fabric that your, you know, average Herschel bag or your JanSport or something is using, right? So this is a very specialty fabric. Either one of these is going to be echelons above a standard fabric that you're going to see. So this is for people that don't have a background in working with these type of fabrics. That is what you're getting, okay? So that being said, I'm going to put this away. We're going to talk about the colors, okay? So this is, again, off the top of my head. I apologize if I get any of the colors wrong, but I'm going to go through them, okay? So I tried to give you guys basically everything that we could get that was in stock and give a really, really nice combination, okay? So Blue Smoke is an option, right? So Blue Smoke, it has the really nice, this really nice kind of like an ocean blue, smoky blue background to it. And I'll pull it a little bit closer for you guys, okay? And it has the grid is in black, okay? You're gonna see in the Ultra Grid series, the grid is either gonna be black or white. And I'll go through that, right? So Blue Smoke is one of the selections, all right? Castle Rock is also one of the selections. So Castle Rock is basically a dark gray color, right? It's not black, it's dark gray, and then it has the black grid on top. So that's Castle Rock. This is one of the really the most popular and one of the best colors in my opinion. It looks really, really, really good. And this is called Dark Chili, okay? So Dark Chili is a kind of like a muted reddish hue, and it has the black grid on top of it. So now to kind of explain to you guys, this is red. Like as you can see, this challenge sailcloth book, this is like red, right? And this pouch over here is blaze orange, right? So I'm going to overlay this because this has been a question so you guys can get a better idea of like how red is it, how orange is it. So it's not super red, but it's definitely not orange. So it's definitely, the dark chili is definitely really, really named properly. It literally looks like a dark chili, right? Like it looks like, I guess, what a chipotle pepper would look like, okay? So that's Dark Chili. Really, really nice fabric, okay? Silverado, unfortunately, is not in stock, so they don't have it, but that was in the other bag I just showed you guys. This is Black Beauty. This is probably one of the most popular colorways that they've come out with. So this is actual black. It's like jet black, as you guys can see, right? Let me try to focus that real quick for you, okay? So that is actually a black color, okay? And the the grid on this is white, okay? So you got black on the background, white on the grid, okay? Key lime, so this is another option. So this is a white grid, and it has this basically key lime. It's like a lighter green, not like a lemon lime, not super, you know, not super green, more towards a yellowy tint on this one. But you guys can get a look at the color, how that one comes out, all right? Going forward, Tangerine, unfortunately, I know a lot of people like, but not in stock. But this one is an option. This is also another one of my really, really favorite colors. I'm not really a big pink or purple fan, to be exact. But this one is kind of like, it's like a pinkish purple. Really hard to explain. Looking at it, you could say, I mean, a lot of people will say it's pink, but you could also say it's purple depending on the way the light hits it. Just a really, really, really beautiful fabric. And this one here, so it has that color in the background, that pinkish purplish, and has the white grid. All right, and that pretty much does it for the fabrics. And then here is a swatch of that ultra stretch that I was telling you guys earlier. This is a standard ultra stretch, so as you guys can see, you got the black face on this side, and then you got the white base on the back, and we've already went through that at the beginning of the video, and there you have it. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys have questions or concerns, there is a thread in the group on Facebook, so please be in that Facebook group. Just search for it, Bounce Design Labs on Facebook. If you're not already in it, there is a thread. It is pinned to the top, and reach out to me or one of our moderators, Andrew or Josh, and we will happily answer any questions that you have. If you need to, shoot us an email, hello@bouncedesignlabs.com, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you ASAP to talk about your particular build. All right, thank you so much.